y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anissa and today I'm going to be doing a very quick and very fun eye look using this new Natasha Denona palette. I received this in my Ipsy box this month, which if you don't know what Ipsy is, hello, where have you been? I've been talking about this for like years and years. Every month I unbox my Ipsy box on my stories and it always includes really fun full-size samples and the latest new makeup and skincare products that you wouldn't necessarily know to try out or pick for yourself, but somehow Ipsy just knows, like they just get me. So let's get into this look. This is the Natasha Denona Rose and Wood palette, and I'm really excited to try this out. It's got like all of your favorite cool tones with shimmers. It's so classic, and I thought for New Year's Eve, why not? I've already primed my eyes with a little bit of concealer and translucent powder. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right in for this dark shade right here. And don't be scared, we're gonna do the backwards blending method today. What that means is basically instead of putting down your lightest color and blending it out and building darker from there, I'm gonna do my darkest first and blend out from there. Just taking a little bit of that on this. What is this? I believe this is a MAC 210, but it's so old and rubbed off that I couldn't even tell you. And I'm gonna go straight for this outer corner here. As you can see, I am tapping this in. I'm not swiping around, I'm just tapping to see the pigment pay off. And now that I've created this kind of upward wing-like shape, I'm going back inward like this. Again, I'm just tapping. I'm tapping whatever is on my brush, something like that. Now, while I have this out, I am also going to do the inner corner of my eye. So I'm just stamping this. If it helps you to keep your eye open when you're doing this so that you can see exactly where your crease is gonna fall, that will help you. But basically, you want to make sure that when your eye is open, it's going just above where that fold is, not too far up. That's the reason we're using such a small brush, so we can really control where this is going. I'm gonna go back to the outer edge for a minute with a little bit more on my brush, and I'm just gonna deepen up what we've already done. If this is looking crazy, do not panic. You have to trust the process. Going up into this crease just ever so slightly, bringing it inward. We're not going to connect these two in the middle, but we are going to sort of imply that they are connected. This is what's going to give us a halo effect. Like that. Next, I'm going to blend this out using this really small brush. It's still small, but it's less dense. And it's going to blend out the edges ever so slightly without making a mess and blending this all over the place. So I'm going with my Maybelline, what is this called? The Nudes palette. This is so old I can't even show it to you. Like, I'm embarrassed. Okay, I'll show you. It's so dusty and crusty. Okay, don't judge me. I'm using this like dark taupe color to sort of blend the edges here. I want to get a little tiny bit on this brush. I'm just gonna go right over the edge. Once you feel like it's getting there, you can start the circular motions. This is very, very light pressure. You don't wanna go in here scrubbing. Back in with the dark color. So now, because of the blending, we have a little bit more of a winged effect on this side, and that is the shape that we have so far. Now we can take a little bit of a larger brush like this and go in and do some further blending with a lighter color. I'm taking like a neutral sort of taupey color just to blend this out as our transition shade. And it's almost on the brow bone. That's how high I'm going with this color. And that is what we're looking like so far. And now I'm taking this brush, this is the Morphe M513, and I am tapping along the edge of that first color. And I've got a little bit of a lighter taupe gray shade on this brush. So half of the brush is on the previous color, half of the brush is on above where we put the color. Don't be afraid to go back in and pack on the color if you've overblended. I'm going to take a small amount of this sort of shimmery gold color in the Natasha Denona palette on a tapered blending brush, and I'm going to kind of load this on here. And I'm just going to begin slapping this in the middle. I'm going to put a more vibrant shimmer, but I'm starting with this. So the majority of this color is going in the bare middle between the two dark colors. Well, between the one dark color on the two sides. And I'm just sort of stamping that in. And it can overlap with the blend of gray that we have going on. And then we will extend it right up here to the top where the brow bone is. You have to keep trusting the process. If you're scared, that means you're doing it right. I'm gonna make a really fun little concoction with these two products. Downtown Paris eyeshadow in rose gold, and this is a MAC pigment in the shade Pink Hologram. And so I'm mixing, it's kind of like a purpley sort of glitter pigment and then a gold liquid pigment together. Hopefully this comes out as good as it has in my brain. We'll see. Okay, this liquid is kind of a fail. Just gonna put a little bit of this into, oh, that was too much. Oh. Terrible idea. Terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Essentially what I've done is I've just gotten this pigment wet. And now I can slap it right on my eyeball. Wait, I love that. It's not as striking as I thought it would be, but it's still really pretty. It's coming out more pink than purple like it is in the bottle, but it's so good. Let me get a little closer. So I just put that in the blank space. This is a little bit wet, so you can use any glitter or pigment with an eyeshadow primer or glitter glue, by the way. You can see how pretty the glitter came out on the back of my hand. It's this one right here. Okay, so the glitter is on. Now we need to blend it together with the rest of the shadows. So I'm going back into this Natasha Denona palette, and I'm gonna use the sort of pink icy shimmer, this one here. I'm gonna use the same brush, just the other side of the brush that we did the glitter. Now on the edge of this goes the Natasha Denona color. Right there. Just like that. And if you got a little bit too far into this gray color like I did, don't worry, we can fix it. Now I'm going back in with this tiny blending brush that I had before, and I'm gonna use the glittery dark color from the Natasha palette, this one here, to blend into the pink. I love blending shimmers together because they're so forgiving, and it's really gonna give that seamless effect. So I can go back and forth with this now, into the gray, into the pink. This is a great little trick for blending two colors together that are so far apart in color that they wouldn't necessarily blend well together, like dark gray and bright light pink. Do not be afraid to blend at this point. Now the glitter has dried. The light is kind of weird because of my windows, but this is what she's looking like so far. Love! All right, I'm gonna do the other eye, and then I'm gonna do eyeliner and lashes, and I will be right back. I really can't stand this lighting right now. It's like giving me little splotches all over my face, but as you can see, this is what it's looking like before lashes. You could even do no lashes if you wanted to. But I'm gonna do more of a fluffy lash, and then I'm gonna do underneath a little bit to kind of even everything out. While I'm letting my lash dry, I thought I would tell you that I put some translucent powder under my eye. I'm using the One Size translucent powder just to kind of get rid of any of that fallout. It's a really easy way to do that after the fact instead of, you know, removing your makeup or even doing eyes first. If I'm lazy, I'll do this. The trick to getting your lash easy to put on is let it almost completely dry before you put it on. I've just got it here on my tweezers. I did also tightline a little bit right in the upper lash line because I want this to be as seamless as possible, and I want you to not be able to see any of my skin color in my lashes. So now I'm just gonna go a little bit underneath my eye, and I'm gonna use this Laura Mercier, it's like a cream stick. It's called Stargaze, and it's this really pretty, like sort of pinky kind of shimmer color, and I thought that it went really well with the tones that we kind of have blended on our eye right now. Run this underneath my eye. Just a very small amount. It's gonna catch the light just right and really complement the glitter we have. You can barely see it, and that's what I want. Now going back into this Natasha Denona palette, I'm picking up this dark gray shimmer that we used before on the same small brush, and I am just going to run that right over the edge of where we put that cream. Oh, this lighting is driving me nuts. Now I'm just gonna hit the bottom lashes with a little bit of mascara. Sorry for the angle change, but the lighting is driving me absolutely nuts right now. I've got all kinds of shadows coming in from the window. To really finish everything off, I'm gonna be taking a pressed powder that has just a little bit of color in it, and I wanna bring a little bit of coverage back right here, just to kind of contrast the darkness that we have with the eye, because we don't want to look like we got punched in the face. We want there to be some highlight left, and I'm putting that just on the high points of my face as well. I think this makes a really subtle but really impactful difference. Would not be New Year's without a little bit of highlight on the face, so I'm taking the Dior Face Glow palette, and I'm gonna mix the pink and the white together for just a little bit of glow on the rest of the face. Right here. Just marries with the blush so nicely. You can never take 2016 highlight away from me. You will pry it from my dead, cold, decrepit hands, okay? I love highlight. Oh, like, excuse me. A little bit on the nose. And of course, we have to set it with the One Size setting spray. This is probably my 4th can of this. The Until Dawn setting spray is absolutely incredible. This is the Glam. Getting a little closer for you. It's bold but soft at the same time, and that's what I love about it. This is technically a spotlight eye, not really a halo eye, since we didn't meet in the middle with the dark color, but it still gives that effect of light to dark and dark to light, drawing your attention to the center of the eye. I just absolutely love this for New Year's or any special occasion, really. And I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. By the way, I do make other videos, not just makeup related. Most of my videos are skincare related. So go ahead and check those out and let me know what you want to see next. All right, bye y'all. Hope you have a fun and safe New Year's.